Brian Powell of I Run Far here with Nick Clark before the 2012 Leadville 100. How you doing, Nick?
Good, good.
How long you been up here at in Leadville?
We've been here since Tuesday. So Friday today, so 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. But you live at a moderate elevation, right?
We live at 6,000 feet, so we're in Fort Collins, which is 5,000, and we're about 1,000 feet above town. So yeah, so an extra 4,000 feet up here.
Yeah. You've raced at elevation before, though. You got 10,200 feet here in Leadville and 12.6 up at Hope. But you've run Hard Rock. How did you find the elevation affected you at Hard Rock last year?
It wasn't. I mean, obviously you move slower.
Yeah.
I got some headaches going over handies, as I remember, like those mild, low-grade kind of altitude headaches. But no, I deal with it pretty well. So I'm confident it wasn't too much.
No, not an extra problems with the stomach or anything like that.
I mean, I always seem to have my stomach degrades as the race goes on. I don't know whether that was altitude or just running for extended periods. So
yeah. Do you do anything to? I mean, it's kind of useful for everybody. Like anything you do when your stomach starts going sour?
Drink Coke.
Yeah.
Just get down whenever I can. I mean, it never gets to the point where I can't get anything down, but goos, gels, that kind of stuff, normally by 50, 60 miles, I can't get those down anymore, so I'll just do Coke in my water bottle, and that tends to get me through.
Gotcha. You've raced really well at the 100-mile distance. To sort of notice when I was researching for this race, you the only guy to go under 16 hours twice at Western. You were, 2 weeks later last year, you were third at Hard Rock. So you've got the 100-mile distance pretty well down. There's always variables, but this is, I'm guessing, the fastest.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You come up here to the mountains and you go run a flat road race. So yeah, this will be an interesting little test. I mean, I think it's a good course for me. I run a fair amount of road. I'm not opposed to running roads, so that'll be good. And we'll see. I mean, it'll be an interesting race, I think.
Yeah. Did you do any specific preparation between Western and Leadville for the running aspect of the race?
Not really. I mean, I took a couple of down weeks after Western. Then just started ramping the mileage up. I had plans of doing some tempo stuff on the roads, but I just kind of went back to my same old routine. I've been getting some good high altitude peak bagging stuff in, so that's probably going to help. And like I said, I run a fair amount of roads anyway. So
more so. I know you sort of write on your blog a lot about your peak bagging expeditions and stuff, but you do run a lot of flatter stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do a track workout once a week, or I try to get a track workout in, and then I'll try to get a tempo workout in on the roads or a rolling kind of course. So yeah, I think
it's interesting because a lot of the perception in the sport right now is that you and Tony and Killian and Dakota, everybody's just up on going to the high peaks.
Oh,
but
dude, no, I wish. No. I mean, unlike those guys, I have a full-time job and a family. So, I can get out on the weekends if I'm lucky, but otherwise, yeah, it's just local running. So.
You're in the Joe Blow category with the kids and the wife.
Yeah.
Real job.
Yeah. Me and Zeke, who's running tomorrow. We're both in that category. So. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about Zeke. I mean, everybody knows Tomalo Monche and Anton and you, and people have been talking about Mike Eisch a lot, but Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke's a great guy, he's down on the western slope, just down from Aspen, and I've run with him a few times in training, and we ran some miles together at Western States, and he's been podium here the 2 times he's run. He's a former CU buff cross country. So he's obviously got good leg. I mean, he doesn't have the leg speed he used to have, but
plenty for a 100-mile race.
Yes, and he's been running a lot of miles this summer. So he is. I told him, I saw him yesterday, that I expect him to be racing for the win.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What drew you to Leadville this year? I mean, because there's a couple years, there's usually 1 or 2, maybe 3 real top guys, but there's more this year.
Well, yeah, I mean, Pearl wanted to. They're kind of doing some marketing stuff around the race, so that was part of it. The other part, it's a classic Colorado race. I've never run it. It's the 100-mile distance, which I tend to, like you were saying earlier, tend to do best at. So it's a mix of that, and then you know, the steamboat thing was going on, so I thought I could sneak in here and cherry pick one, but it didn't turn out that way. No. So it turns out that there's some pretty good competition this year, so which is great, you know, it'll be a fun race. So I'm excited.
Looking ahead, is this sort of the last race for this, you know, part of your season, or do you have some lined up, queued up?
No, I'm gonna run New Rock out on the East Coast, and then that'll be it for the season.
So even lower and faster.
Yes. Although, as I understand it, there's a good amount of climbing on that course.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
Yeah, I mean, there are some fast guys who are running that race, so I don't have any great expectations there, but we'll see. I mean,
give it a go.
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Asking everybody this time around, this is an interesting course with a mix of road, double track, and a real climb and descent on Hope twice.
Right.
What shoes you wearing?
Oh, what shoes am I wearing? I'm wearing my old trusty Fuels. So it's the original Fuel XCs that Pearl Izumi no longer makes. They're coming out with a new line in 2013, the E-Motion line. So those, I have the 9s, which is the sample size we're testing right now, and they're just a little bit tight. I'm a 9.5, so
not good for 100 miles.
No, I would be wearing the EM M2 if I had the 9.5, but no, I'm going to go with the old trusty 100-mile shoe.
Nice.
The Fuel. Yeah.
Cool. Best of luck this weekend.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, good seeing you.
All right, and now for the bonus question.
Oh, bonus.
Bonus question. Have you ever encountered a mountain tiger in the wild?
Only in the high mountains of the Sierra Nevada, and that is where they reside.
All right, so you're not worrying about them this weekend?
Not this weekend, no.
All right.